All right, another successful mission.
You just look strangely uncomfortable. Can you ask the raptor for motivation, please? Okay.
She's very photogenic.
Nothing can stop us now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's Chip and Dale. How are you guys doing? Hello, Grogu.
Don't he be shy. If you want him over.
Great. I think so. I think we're gonna make that happen. We'll put that.
4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Oh, wow.
Do you think the people on the moon ever look over and say, wow, it's a full spaceship Earth tonight?
But welcome back to the sign, welcoming you to Universal Orlando Resort.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Hiya, Scooby. We're here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort with the newly opened Kona. I don't remember what it's called. I'm trying this here. Oh, I guess it would help if I turn it on. How about we turn Gus on? There we go. Boy, that's
How are we doing?
really bad lighting. We got all the sunshine behind us.
It's not bad.
All right.
It's a bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, sorry everybody. I working off of limited capacities here. There we go. I can see major shapes, but that's about it. Hey guys.
It's like drifting.
We are drifting. What happened? You're still drifting?
Yeah.
Why is it drifting?
Oh, stop now. It's just like it stops and then it just slowly moves like you had set it to be pretty middle and then it
Does it again.
yeah. It was fine, it had stopped.
You know, I'm just trying not to have the fire thing in there because then I'll be tempted to pull it. Hey guys, how's it going? I was going to see if I could pull up on my...
He is allowed to not have his eye patch during the day. In fact, they asked him not to wear it during the day. They want to make sure everything just is aired out and clear and all of that. So, and they were super quick. I'm checking. Chip salad. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Anything else for you guys?
No, I think we're good for the moment. Thanks.
Okay, I can't find anything.
Hi, Pam.
Oh.
What are you looking for?
I was looking for settings because this is Wi-Fi only, so I was trying to see if I can get connected because I can't see chat. Hi guys. So for those who have not been in or was wondering why we didn't stream on Friday, and is not a part of our patron group or one of our mods and hasn't gotten updates over the weekend, there was a reason what was going on. Basically last Thursday, there were things I was noticing in my vision that wasn't quite right. And so Susan spent the day Thursday looking for an ophthalmologist who is in our network who could look at what was going on,
That was local.
and it was
Trying not
becoming
to drive
problematic
to Miami.
because all the ones that she contacted that was listed as being in network, when she finally got in contact with them, they weren't in network anymore, or never were. So gotta love the American healthcare system when that happens. Pardon me. So she did get in touch with some people last minute Thursday, like right at 5 o'clock when the offices were closing.
I didn't tell this part because you are consistently telling it not right.
Well, I don't know.
So I got in touch with someone who did not handle retinal tears or anything like that, but very kind. Their triage nurse called me, even though it's not something they handle specifically, and she gave me the list of multiple people. She said that there was one. So there was one office. They are in our network. They do specialize in retinal trauma and surgeries. But when I called them, they were very condescending, and they were like, "No, there's no way. You know, if he has to cover up one eye to see it, there's not a retinal tear. So he needs to go to a regular ophthalmologist. We won't see him unless a regular ophthalmologist that doesn't do surgery confirms that there's a retinal tear." So I had been searching around for anyone that would see him. And this office was like, "Well, that's so strange. We refer people to them all the time. I've never heard of them being like that. Let me contact them and see if they will, see you. Based on what you're telling me, it sounds like pretty obviously it is a retinal tear based on his symptoms. But in case they don't, here's a couple of other options." Now, this was right at 5. Like, literally, she called me back at every single doctor that I interacted with, including these 2 additional phone numbers that she gave me. At 5 o'clock, they're done for the day. So I started calling first thing at 8 a.m. the next morning because I never heard back from this doctor's office that told me that they wouldn't see him unless he saw another doctor first. But I did get in touch with a different doctor, and they were so kind. And as soon as I explained his symptoms and how emergent this was and that he needed to see someone urgently, she's like, "Well, just come on." I was like, "Well, what time?" She's like, "Just come on and we're going to fit you in." She's like, "This is sounds like an emergency to me. We'll just get you in. We'll take a look." And she's like, "Either it is a tear and we're going to get you taken care of, or it's not a tear and you can feel better about it. But either way, we'll see you right away as soon as we can fit you in." So I just got Chris quickly in and out of the shower, and we just drove there. They are on the other side of Orlando from us. It's a solid hour drive. But
Which is why our stream on Friday was pushed to 2 p.m. because
Yes.
we didn't know what was going to happen.
So they saw him. They fit him in. The doctor's amazing. Actually trained at Bascom Palmer, just like our Doc Hudson did.
Doc Hudson's first year in was his last year out.
Yes. So got to see him. He looked at it. They took photos. Yes, definitely a tear. This is at like 12:30 by that time.
This is my other eye.
Right eye. His previous issues. Cindy, his eye is not in pain actually. It's doing pretty well. So, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But he's not doing too bad.
I got lots of drugs.
That's not why he's doing well. Don't listen to him. So,
that had nothing to do with the eye. I was just talking.
By 12:30, which is when it was done, he's like, normally for something like this, I would see you first thing in the morning, and then I would fit you in between my morning and afternoon appointments across the street. He's right across the street from the hospital.
It's Friday.
He's like, but it's 12:30. He said, we're already past that window. And he said, I know. And like, he pulled up his schedule for the hospital across the street. He's like, they have no windows. Let me call around and see if I can find, there's a couple of other hospitals I have privileges at. Let me see if I can find someone who'll fit us in. And so he did. find one at another Orlando hospital. And
The big hospital, he called it.
the big one.
The big one, he
Advent
said.
Health, the main Advent Health in Orlando. And so
At
8
8
p.m. they essentially fit us into the end of their schedule. Like, I don't think they normally do things that late, because as we were leaving, everyone else in that department was leaving as well. But
I had the floor to myself.
yeah. So it turned into an all-day thing. We went home briefly for Chris to rest for a few minutes and then headed to the hospital to get all of his pre-op work completed. And luckily for him, I was a rude, mean taskmaster and did not let him eat anything, because I was hoping that he would get surgery right away if he needed it, in which case he needed to have not eaten anything.
So I didn't eat anything Friday. Like Thursday night at 9 p.m., I had dinner. I had nothing to eat all day Friday. Strangely enough, I've had like 4 meals.
Hey,
since-
Anthony, just listen in and you'll catch up.
So it's been rough. But a retinal tear in my good eye. We caught it. We had the surgery on Friday. We are now on our way for a post-op. This is the first time I've seen the doctor since the surgery on Friday evening, so we decided to come a little early, stop and have a lunch.
He is allowed to sit up while he's eating, so we
So I
figured
can sit
2
up.
birds, 1 stone.
I can actually talk with you guys for a bit. I don't normally get to do this. The whole time we're driving here, I'm having to stare at the floor, so I have no idea where we're at as far as we're moving along. So this is very different. I've not looked up like this in days. So we're gonna have to adjust.
Bob says this is why you don't touch ski rafters.
Second year in a row, Bob. Second year in a row. So we're gonna have to adjust this week. This is really disheartening for me because we have Wine and Dine coming up, and I do not like this. Wine and Dine is very important to me. You guys as a community are very important to me, and there's a lot of people coming in this coming weekend. We're gonna have to adjust. We're gonna have to pivot. I'm gonna have some very serious conversation with the doctor what I can and cannot do this upcoming weekend. But for now, it's just trying to find the middle ground, what we can do, and make sure I'm still taking care of myself, but still taking care of the, what we need to take care of as well. So for now, I can't see out of this eye. This is the eye I had surgery out of last year. It's not full. We had a little problem with optic nerve damage, so I can't see fully out of it. So I am really struggling whenever I do chat, whenever I do send messages, whenever I do put stuff on Patreon. It takes a lot to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I can't read the chat right now.
I'm kind of keeping an eye.
I know, I'm just telling them. I cannot read the chat, so letting you guys know.
His eye with the surgery has a gas bubble in it, which kind of blurs his vision. You can see through it a little bit, but not fully. And then the other eye, like he said, he has had permanent nerve damage, which normally he doesn't notice because, your brain combines your 2 eyes' vision into a single thing. And so normally his right eye compensates for the lack in his left, and it's not noticeable. But when he has the issues in his right as well, it's blurry. So thank you for the prayers, Susan. We appreciate that. Steve, they are definitely no joke, the eye issues. We were trying to take very good care of him, which is why there was no stream on Friday, and but we stopped on the way down. We left a little early, and we stopped. We're at McAllister's Deli, which is a yummy place to eat. I'm trying to think. I mean, we realized this was here, like 6 months ago? It's not really on the way or close by to us normally, but since we have to drive kind of past where this is, we thought it's a good place to pop in.
So we're gonna see if we can make some accommodations coming up this week. We still need to get Owen's phone swapped out with a newer phone. See if we can get him to do some streaming for me.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
At least to be able to hold the phone and keep things going while we're doing certain things.
We're gonna have to wait and see what his doctor's gonna allow him to do. So technically he's supposed to be face down or on his side for 7 days. So, which really it's not practical for participating in either of the races. We'll see. Hey, Andrew. We're doing okay. For anybody who's just popping in, we just wanted to catch up with you guys and explain why Chris did not stream on Friday and why we're not streaming like from the parks today. Chris had a retinal tear in his good eye, as he likes to refer to it, and had retinal surgery number 3 Friday evening. So
now, this is the one question I get a lot from people. What caused this? What started it? This again, there's not really been anything.
So Chris did have cataracts and had cataract surgery in both of his eyes to remove that. And Doc Hudson did
That was 7 years ago.
That was 7 years ago. Doc Hudson did comment or notate that he has a lot of scar tissue in both of his eyes from those previous 2 surgeries. She didn't say it in a judgy way, but she didn't outright judge them like, oh, there's a lot of scar tissue. But she always said it in a way that, or they did it wrong and it caused scar tissue, but she always kind of said it in a way that made it sound like maybe there's more scar tissue than there should have been based on the surgeries he had. Anyway, so that scar tissue weakens his retina in general and just makes it more likely for something like this to happen. So, but outside of that, there's no like, oh, he had an injury, oh, he jumped too much, oh, he ran when he should have walked, or he, there's nothing like that. So in the rides that he rides now, we do actually avoid any that Doc Hudson felt like might be the kind that would cause issues with his retina. So
She told me after the left eye surgery, avoid wooden coasters or ones that cause extreme concussion or hitting of your head, which is why you'll notice I've not ridden Big Thunder all of 2024.
yeah, and like rock and roller coaster would not be acceptable any longer because of
Rock and roller coasters is
those loops that turn you and you go boom, boom,
bang your
boom,
head against
boom.
the side. So I have learned to kind of say goodbye to those coasters for now. But you'll notice that none of those were ones we were riding. If you guys were watching with us on Hollywood Studios and you're like, why did Chris walk by Rise of the Resistance when it was only 40 minutes? There's a single rider line. Get in it, go on, gonna get in it. There was a reason on Thursday why I did not ride.
Because that one does kind of like jerk you back and forth.
Well, not even that, it's just I didn't want to ride any rides
Yeah.
on Thursday because
It was
I didn't
being
notice.
careful.
I was trying to be good, and also I had a wife who was sending me chats threatening to kill me if I rode any ride while she was scrambling to find a doctor for me. She's like, you should not get on any rides today just to be safe.
Are you able to pull up PayPal?
I can't pull up anything.
You can't pull up anything?
Yeah, this is a brick. Unless I can connect the Wi-Fi.
Okay. Let me see.
It's a very good chef salad, though.
Yeah. If we miss a PayPal, guys, I apologize. We're like in an area with really weak.
Yeah, we've got like 2 bars
We have no
here.
internet, and it's like not the best. There's no Wi-Fi here.
I'm going to attempt to look at the screen and pretend like I can read it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't read any of that.
Hi, Jill. Go Tiger says no rides, only Muppets. Cindy Charming sent a $20 PayPal, Heather says. Thank you for that, Heather.
Something just popped up over here. Did it connect to your phone? It connected to something, but it's not doing a very good job of.
Yeah, it's the next door
slow.
neighbor's free Wi-Fi.
It's very, very slow. Yeah, I've been talking to Susan about changing in this old iPhone 8 and getting something newer that I could get a little bit faster. Maybe it was the seed, but right now I'm more concerned about getting Owens upgraded. So he can help out with some different things as well. But for now, we're gonna go see. I don't know my doctor's name.
It's Dr. Snapple. I mean,
Dr.
I know
Snapple.
it in my mind, but
It's a really weird name. Dr. Snapple.
PM sent you a PayPal. Thank you for that, PM.
Are people sending them PayPals?
I am looking.
Oh. I don't know if I can do this, but I can try. I can't read them, but
so far I only see one from him.
oh,
I need this name.
can't make it work. There we go. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal from the Magic Group.
It looks like David D. Loves Disney sent you a super chat as well.
Thank you guys. I'm sorry I can't read it and respond to them individually like I normally do. You guys know I prefer to do so. And this is the first time I've really looked up since I've had surgery like this. So we're gonna go see the doctor this afternoon. We're gonna see how things are going. I'm gonna plead my case for the doctor to see if I can participate in at least some activities this weekend for Wine and Dine. And we'll see what we can do. That's going to be important to me. So,
Which is why I'm going, because ultimately his vision is the most important thing. So we'll see what the doctor says is okay.
I need to record it, don't I? We always walk out of these doctor's appointments and we always have different opinions of what we heard the doctor say.
No, he hears what he wants to hear. I hear what's actually said, which is two very different things. Two very different things.
What was that?
Thank you for the PayPal to Command Fan. Command Fan sent $20 in.
I like the leafy greens.
So, I would not expect there to be any major streams that Chris will be doing this week, just because his instructions right now are that when he's not eating, or even when he's walking, he's supposed to have his head essentially his face facing down towards the ground. So that would make it really awkward to walk around and stream. But we'll see what we can work in that doesn't require that. But like, for example, there's no stream scheduled for tomorrow. He will not be in the parks tomorrow, so. It is sad.
It's very sad.
But it's temporary.
Which has been,
Hello, kitten duo.
this has been a horrifying month. All because of me. I'm falling apart. I feel like the
Skipper
horse.
Bob says he needs you to get goggles that look like Cyclops from X-Men.
I thought he was going to say Quicksilver.
Martha says you need to eat and obey the doctor's orders.
So, pretty much Saturday and Sunday, I slept in a really weird position that hurts my neck, but you know, keeps it from being probably not the perfect position, but as close as possible without really hurting.
Yeah.
Susan wakes me up to take medication or get my eye drops. That goes into the night, so she's waking me up every 2 hours or every 4 hours.
It is like having a newborn. He has 3 different eye drops plus pills and 2 different pain medications, and they're all on different schedules. So he has to stay on them. So like, I have all these timers set on my phone, and I wake up throughout the day and night and just give him whatever it is that is the next.
So a lot of sleeping. Every once in a while I've gotten to do a little chat with patrons.
Yeah.
I love being able to jump on with the patrons and just chatting for a bit.
I will say that audio chat is definitely a
Audio
good-
chat was fun. I found out I
good
can
feature.
post, it records my audio chats.
Yeah.
And so I posted the audio chat for everybody who missed it on Saturday, so that was kind of cool. That was new. Though it put like 15 minutes of silence at the end. I'm not sure why.
That is weird.
Yeah. This is a huge salad.
Would be big.
So, this weekend, if anyone is coming this weekend and you have not at this point filled out a Google form, I had asked Calvin to put the Google form again at the top of the page, because if you're looking on,
It won't let you pin on Run Disney, but we'll see if Calvin can pop it in again. If
Well-
you're not a part of our Run Disney group, please join. Even if you're not actively running, if you're planning on meeting up with
the
crew
meetup
that
one.
is running and hanging out, we need you to fill out that form, so we're looking for you. We don't want to miss you. So,
We found out if you looked at it on the laptop, it's pinned at the top of the page. If you look at it on your phone or mobile, it doesn't pin it to the top. So Calvin put it again at the top, just kind of put it fresh. If you are coming this weekend in any capacity, whether you're running or you're just coming to the meetup or just coming to hang out in the parks, please go find that form, that Google form, and just fill it out.
Yeah.
Each person needs a separate Google form. We already have more than 24 people that we're looking for, but there may be more. We want to make sure that we account for everybody. So looking forward to it. Every year, this is our 3rd year, and every year it gets a little bit bigger. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody come in. I'm really excited. I would say I'm excited to see you all guys, but that would be kind of a...
Heather just dropped in the link in the chat for our Run Disney group. So like I said, if you have not joined that Facebook group, please definitely put in a request to join, and either myself or Calvin will pop you in. So make sure you answer the questions. I know it seems silly, but we have a lot of people that try to enter our groups strictly for the purpose of
Trying to sell you stuff.
yeah, trying to spam you guys, and we're trying very hard to avoid having to deal with that on the back end by catching those people on the front end. And answering those questions makes it really easy for us to say yes to you. If you don't answer the questions, we're probably gonna say no with qualifications and send you a message and remind you that you do need to answer the questions.
So if we don't recognize your name and know who you are,
Yeah, if we don't know you, we're gonna tell you no, and I don't want to keep anyone from joining.
So Thursday, we have a group who are meeting for breakfast at 8 a.m. Art of Animation. We're all going to have breakfast together at 8:30. Sign up to get to go to the expo and get merch for Run Disney. Pick up our bibs and check out the Runners Expo. If you're concerned about how to get into Art of Animation, there's ways that we can talk about that, and we'll have some more information about that as well. But we're going to try to have breakfast and all sign up at the same time. There is a virtual queue for the first day for the runners merch, so we all get in there together. The hope is we can try to get everybody in at the same time. We're going to see between Calvin and Owen if we can still get a short live stream
Of like the 5K or of Thursday morning.
of Thursday morning's merch.
We'll see.
Okay. Not so much of the merch itself, but I am really interested. The focus is, see, this is it. The focus is not on the merch. The focus is on the people in our community. And what I like to see is we have a lot of first-time runners who've never run Disney before, and some who've just started. And I'd love to see what you guys, those who are coming, like and end up purchasing and showing off what people are getting when they come in for merchandise. So we'll see if we can make that work still, because some of us are not doing their part. Thursday night, some people in the community are going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Some of us are probably staying back in a hotel room. So, fun night, the last night of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And then Friday morning, the 5K. Getting to go to Epcot at 3 o'clock in the morning. Getting to line up at 4 o'clock into the corral. And probably starting the 5K at about 5:30, 5:45. Running across the start line together and crossing the finish line together. It's not about time, it's not about pace, it's all about doing it together and completing it and showing that you can do it. That's what Friday's going to be about. Friday afternoon at the Contemporary and the convention center level, in between the lobby and the main monorail station, that floor between 2 and 4 p.m. We're going to be hanging out there. We're expecting about 30 people all together, some running, some not running. Everyone's invited in the community if you want to swing by. I've invited people who are not even Run Disney runners at all, but who come and hang out every so often. Everyone's invited to come through there. We just ask that you fill out that Google form so we again know how many people to expect. And we're just going to spend a couple hours. I think I'm probably going to turn on a live stream so that anyone who's watching from home can be a part of the group as well as this happens. And you get to meet people who are coming to the meetup.
We'll probably leave it sitting out like we did.
Yeah, like we did last year. Just
let
have
everyone who's here just come say hello.
walk
to you
up
guys.
and introduce themselves and just kind of do it like a hot spot, And then Saturday morning, there will be the 10K. Sunday morning will be the half marathon, and then Sunday evening will be the post-race party for those who have either run the challenge, who have tickets, or those who have purchased their tickets. So if you guys want to be part of any of that or knowing some additional information, there's still plenty of time. Make sure to go in to the Run Disney Year to Year Magic support group and sign up for the group, fill out that form, and we'll be putting out some more information about that a little bit later. Also, Calvin will be creating a post every single day this weekend starting on Thursday. Brand new post, and it's going to be a chat post. In other words, people who are part of the group can go in on that post and pop in questions and use that to answer, like, where are you guys at now? Where should we look at this? Where can we find this? And we're just going to be continually popping in each day on the different posts, making sure questions get answered. So Friday morning, a brand new post will come up. We'll be using that for questioning. Saturday, brand new post, and continually keep that going across the weekend. So if you're going to be anywhere in the vicinity, especially on Friday, even if you're not going to be going to the parks, love for you guys to come by to Contemporary and come and hang out with the rest of the community and spend some quality time for a couple hours from 2 to 4 p.m. So I need to eat a little bit more salad.
Yes, you need to eat some more of that giant salad. I did not do a good job feeding him yesterday. He did get all of his medications, but he slept most of the day away and never wanted to wake him up, so. But I did make cheesesteaks for dinner. I think they turned out pretty well. Disney Lisa says she's looking forward to seeing some of you again, and for the first time for the first time for others. Jerry Klaus, okay, that's fine if you listen in, but don't be getting in any car accidents because you have our stream up while you're driving. Seriously, I don't want to hear about that. You will be in trouble.
Terry, she won't let me drive either.
Heather, we are eating at McAllister's Deli today, which when we were in Atlanta, we used to go to McAllister's Deli all the time. They have like a free kids meal thing on Sundays, so we would go after church on Sunday for lunch. The kids loved it. They have like
3 kids,
salads,
free meals,
sandwiches. They have what they refer to as spuds. They're these gigantic baked potatoes, and you can get them topped in different ways. They have great soup. Today I got the half chicken chipotle spud. It's not really half, it's just a smaller potato than they normally do, because normally their full ones are like those gigantic, like over a pound, just a single potato. And then I got the nachos, because their nacho cheese stick is gluten friendly, so I got like half nachos and half potato. I'm carbing it up today and I don't feel bad about it. Mama needs some carbs, so House MD just took $26.26. Says feel better, Chris.
Who?
House MD.
Oh, thank you, House MD. Oh.
I also got,
I can't get him to dance lately. I'm very bad at this. Here we go.
so $20 from Cynthia A.
Thank you, Cindy Charming. Oh, that's one way to do it. We get the notifications after the fact.
So that's the one you just, pretty sure that's the one you just, and then, let's see.
I'm pretending I can read this.
PM and Cindy. I think that's all. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Cindy Charming. House MD. Appreciate that, guys. Well, I can't get anything to work right.
You see, he had a question. Let's see if I can pull it up.
I don't like croutons. They're a pain. That's not too bad. They're not too
So
pushy.
Doc Hudson, first of all, she's in Miami, but was in Miami, but she is since then. She was the chief of surgery at Bascom Palmer, but since then she has taken a job in Indiana. Her and her husband relocated there, and I think that's perfectly fair. She worked hard, guys. I think she probably reached the point where she was like, I would like to have a normal life. And here in Orlando, they don't do eye surgeries on the weekend. In fact, if he had not been able to fit us in, we had already discussed that we would be driving down to Miami so that Chris could get the surgery he needed, because the doctor did not want us to have to wait until Monday, and nowhere in Orlando does surgeries on the weekend. So I'm sure she has a lovely setup up there. She's incredibly competent, but we deserve a weekend. So we have not been in touch with her. I'm sure if we had, she would wish us the best. She's an awesome human being in addition to being an amazing doctor, so she was very caring. Kelly Ryder, off the top of my head, I can't remember. We did look up where she was, but I can't remember where in Indiana it was. I want to say Indianapolis, but I'm not sure. Mina's Chris had another retinal tear in his other eye, and so he had to have emergency surgery Friday evening, and is in recovery. In fact, we will be leaving in a little while to head to his surgeon's doctor's office to have his follow-up from the surgery on Friday.
So this is the first time the doctor's going to be looking at what he did for me on Friday. Hopefully everything will look great. Everything will look fine. We'll continue to do what we're doing this week. And I will very graciously ask if I can have some possible exemptions to do some very, very slow walking.
We'll see, guys.
Because Daddy needs his medals.
Don't look this way. That's freaking. Like you're full on red in the camera. You look like you're possessed. All you can see is the red on that side of your eye. We have been very well taken care of, guys. I know we did not go down to Bascom Palmer, but as we've mentioned earlier in the stream, the doctor that we wound up just serendipitously seeing, the one that saw him, the one that handled his surgery, is he trained at Bascom Palmer just like Doc Hudson. He was actually, it was his final year of learning at Bascom Palmer when Doc Hudson first started at Bascom Palmer. So like his final year was her first year. They actually overlapped as soon as we mentioned her name, because I know it's a teaching hospital, but it's not gigantic, so you pretty much interact with everyone there. We saw all the doctors, and I can't tell you how many training intern doctors like popped their heads in and knew Chris. It's a small intimate group, so as soon as we mentioned her name, he's like, wait, Doc Hudson, Julia Hudson? And we're like, yes. And he's like, oh, I know her. And we had a whole conversation. But in addition to that, we wound up at the largest hospital in Orlando that handles these surgeries. The staff there were so kind and just amazing. Chris wound up selling cruises to his pre-op nurses because the dude cannot turn it off. Mind you, in our defense, we both just happened to have Royal Caribbean shirts on, and so it started a conversation.
It was not intentional.
It was throw the clothes on to go to the doctor's appointment and just have
So
to be what we had.
one attended, it's her and her husband, their children are grown. And so I'm like, Virgin Voyages is the way to go. Mm-hmm. We're telling her all about Virgin Voyages. She's like, oh, that sounds amazing. She's like, what about the food? What about this? And I ended up telling her about the $99 sale. Mm-hmm. And so I gave her all the information. And, this is it. This is what we do. This is how we talk about it.
It comes up.
It comes up.
We're passionate about it, and it happens.
This started last week. It's a $99 sale. Rates start at $99 per sailor per night.
Now, several of these cruises that are on this list have, since Chris created it from the available cruise itineraries, they have sold out of that promotion. So, and just like with a hotel, there are a limited number of cabins that they had set aside for that, and they have, some of them have sold out. But if there's a particular one you're looking for, let us know. We might be able to find you a decent deal.
The reason they have these sales is because they want to fill the ships up. They want to full, like a hotel room. If you don't fill up the room, it's wasted space. I told her about it. She's like, "Oh, if I can only convince my husband." Because her husband had been everywhere in the military. And
to the mouse, he may or may not be doing the 5K, and it really has nothing to do with speed. It's more that technically, other than like the meal that he's having right now, he's supposed to be keeping his face down to the ground, so, which is not conducive for any sort of walking at any speed. So I'm pretty sure that they would probably be like, no. I think the Friday morning thing is not going to happen. Maybe the 10K, we're going to wait and see. Which is why I'm going, because you see, he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm like, no. If the doctor says no, you're not going to do it. Anyways, I'm going to step away and be right back. We're going to tell you all about how we're going to do it while I'm gone. So.
Calvin will tell you, when we started doing this 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, how important it was to Calvin and myself to inspire people to try to do a Run Disney race. It has been our goal to try to encourage people to try to do something new, something they didn't think they could do. We have seen people start off on 5Ks, move to 10Ks. We have people this year who are doing their first 10Ks because they've done 5Ks before. I want to tell you, when it is hard, very hard, for me to put my needs ahead of the group when it comes to something that's so important to us. Now, Calvin will smack me upside the head and knock me down to try to put some sense into me, but if there's ever even a slight chance that the doctor will find a way that it will allow me to still participate in the 5K, then I will do whatever it is I have to do to make that happen. It's very important to me.
But if they say that for the safety of his eye, he should not, he will not be participating. And I know you guys will all understand. You guys still seeing and hearing us? It makes me nervous when I see that little message pop up.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're seeing us.
Well, today, guys, this was just a quick little chance for us to check in with you. Not everybody is on Patreon. Not everybody gets updates. Some of you had only saw the community post last week and had no clue as to why we didn't stream. So we wanted to make sure we had a chance to pop in and just give everybody an update on what's going on. We would love, especially if you would like to get the community, to know the community a little bit better, we would love for you guys to consider being a part of the Patreon group. I really enjoy having chats outside of the live streams. We now have a podcast audio recording that is a brand new feature. So if you've always thought about it, take a look at it. Thank you to we've had 2 people over the weekend just join Patreon. Welcome in, guys. We hope to see you in the chat here soon. I haven't mentioned this to Susan, but next week is going to be the first Tuesday of the month. It's election day. We will not be having our Zoom call on election night.
No, we're not doing that. You guys need to go vote.
Yeah, everyone needs to go vote. We are not going to be doing that. That would be irresponsible on our side. So we will be moving our Zoom call to the following week. Because of that, I was considering if Susan would allow me to maybe do a quick prompt little Zoom call just for patrons tomorrow night.
We'll see. Maybe.
So if that's something that I can get approved by corporate,
Maybe we can do it from the face down thing, because I did order. So get this. So you know how if you're on a massage table, they have like the little donut pillow at the end beyond that you can put your head in. So I found on Amazon where there's one of those, and it slides under the end of the mattress, and then that sits out so he could be face down. So in theory, perhaps we could put like the camera under there, and it could just be like
looking up my nose.
Well, no, because you would be matching, you would be looking down at it, so it would just be as if you were sitting up, but you won't be. So
Would you guys be okay with a impromptu bonus Zoom call for the month? But go check it out if you guys are interested. Patreon.com, Year to Year Magic. Would love to have you guys come join us and be a part of it. And even when we can't live stream, over the weekend, we've been chatting, we've been communicating. We've even had an audio podcast once for updates. And it's easy to do. I can talk to a lot of people that way. And it's such a great way to keep in communication. And I love that you guys can continue to keep up with each other. It doesn't even have to be initiated by me. You guys can post pictures of what's going on in your lives. We've seen pictures of Vicky on her cruise. She went on the Utopia of the Seas here recently. Mm-hmm. We continue to see all of the great Broadway shows that Lucas has been to this past week that I have never seen before in my life. We got to see pictures of I think one of my favorite was Andrew's pictures of what he did for the Halloween decorations around their house. You know, the little solar lights you put around the house? They took all the little plastic candy containers, cut holes out of the bottom of them and put them over the solar lights, and they light up.
okay.
It looked really cool. So
Pink Lemonade, send to me an email. Don't send it to Chris, because right now he can't really read emails. About the Patreon, and I will look and see if I can at least find some solution. Your name being different from the name you use to bill or pay or whatever, that shouldn't matter. We have a ton of followers that are on Patreon that have different channel, or account names for Patreon than their actual name, so that shouldn't matter. We'll see if we can figure it out. And Tammy B, I did see your email. I will see what I can get taken care of for that for you today. If you sent me an email, just know that I may be a little slower to respond right now, because as previously mentioned, I have like essentially a newborn. I am so tired. I'm running on like very little sleep right now, because Chris just has to wake up enough to take medications, hold his eye open for the eye drops. There's a couple of them that get done at the same time, but they have to be done 5 minutes apart. Like, there has to be time between them. So I have to, I am fully awake by the time those things are done. And that happens like multiple times during the night. So, and then during the day, I feel like I should be sleeping all day, be sleeping, because, when I had newborns, they would be like, just sleep when your baby sleeps. But then I also have work to do during the day, so. But yeah, I will take a look at that for you. It's a little more challenging right now for me, but I will jump on that for you. And if you do send me an email, just know I may be a little slower to respond, but I will get back to you.
Ooh. I found the peach flavor.
You found the peach? It's in the bottom?
Found the peach flavor.
Extra peach at the bottom. Do you need a refill?
Yes. This is more sweet tea than I should be drinking. But, well, don't go just yet, though. because at this point, we're going to wrap up here. We're going to get back on the road. We still have about another 45 minutes to drive before we have to get to the doctor's office.
Yep.
Thank you guys again for popping in today. You guys are always extremely supportive. We do this so that we can provide you guys access to the parks. We can bring you to the fun stuff. And then I feel like when I can't do it, you guys are still here. I'm baffled by that on a constant
Y'all are
basis.
amazing. We love you guys.
We'll look forward to this upcoming weekend for those who are coming in. We have people who are coming in to hang out with the community who have never done so before. We have people who are coming for their second year for Run Disney. We want to continue to build this and make this a place that you guys know that this is a home, whether it's virtual or an in-person place. But if you're watching for the very first time, or if you're wondering why am I watching this blind guy eat salad? This is the most boring thing ever. I agree. This is just flat out boring as snot. But I'm going to tell you what, the people that are part of this group and this community, they're solid. They really are. So give us a chance to get back on top, bring you guys into the fun, and we'll get you guys back out there and into the fray as well. So thank you guys so much for all that you guys do to support what we do here in the channel and as a community. We appreciate you guys being in the Ohana. So as we continue this week, we'll keep in touch. We'll let you guys know as things are going. I'm going to do what I can and as much as I'm allowed to be a part of all the fun that's going to come up to this weekend. It's going to be a really good weekend. So thank you guys so much for just taking a few minutes to come and have lunch with us today. I hope you guys have an amazing Monday afternoon. We'll give you guys an update after we talk to the doctor this afternoon. And as always, I know it doesn't seem like we can do much for it right now, but do not forget that we still want to be a part of everything you guys do when it comes to your travel. So the next time you guys are ready to travel to Universal, Epic Universe, Walt Disney World, Royal Caribbean, Disney Cruise Line, Virgin Voyages, MSC Cruises, Carnival, beaches, sandals, reach out and send us an email. Susan Edwards, she's sitting right there. Travelmation.net on there. Yeah. Chris Edwards at travelmation.net, and let us be a part of your travel. Talking with our attendants before surgery on Friday, it still amazes me that there are people who don't know that when it comes to travel agents, that you don't have to pay for a travel agent.
Yeah, you don't pay fee.
Our nurses were like, so how much do you guys charge to do this for people? We're like, we don't. Is this or not?
It's true.
And they're like, what do you mean? I said, well, the commission that I get for helping you, if you use me, I get that commission. If you don't use me, the company that you pay keeps that money. And she goes, no. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, so I pay for you no matter what? Yeah, pretty much.
It's true.
So why not have somebody help you when it comes to that? And make sure you have somebody who knows what they're talking about. Someone who's been there, someone who's seen it, someone who's seen it, someone who's felt it. Very intricately. For me, I'm going to do a lot of touching and feeling. But we want you guys to be taken care of. The great thing is you don't have to pay anything for it. So thank you guys so much for allowing us to be your Travelmation travel agent and for being confident enough to let us be a part of your family's trips, your groups, plans, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much. So send us emails. Let us take care of it for you guys. And from all of us here at Year to Year Magic, thank you so much. We're just having some lunch with us today. So, as we say, share a laugh, share a smile, share a compliment, but whatever you do, be the sunshine in somebody else's day. You guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you guys in the parks. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. I have no idea if I can turn this thing on. I think I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I can, maybe.
You can do it.
All right, here we go. How about if I just start pushing everything?
No.
But I bet I could get some really funky things coming up here if I keep playing with it.
No, just hit end.
Huh?
Just hit end.
End?
Yeah.
Which one's end?
It's the right there.
The one at the end?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.